Hey guys, it's Davey here, and it's currently day 39. Hopefully, you guys had an amazing day, doing better than yesterday. With that being said, guys, today I do have a tip for you guys that you guys can implement right now to better your speaking, to better your use of tonality, and to really control your voice, guys. And that tip works especially well with people who don't have the chance to talk that much, who are either isolated or, unoutgoing or just in general don't have the opportunity in their day to talk. So, and I found this tip to be very useful to actually, better your speaking, to actually fix your stuttering and all these, etc. Right? Of course, I still stutter sometimes, but implementing this lesson or this tip right now wouldn't change the way you speak instantly, but I can assure you guys, if you practice this every time, you will see major improvements, right? And that is when you read, or if you're not reading yet, pick up a book and start reading. When you read, instead of just, reading quietly to yourself, instead of just, using your inner dialogue, actually speak each word you see. Actually try mimic how the author wants you to speak, right? Try actually talk the tone, use the grammar in the book to actually express the book like it's alive, guys, and this is so important because when you don't have the opportunity to talk, when you don't have the opportunity in the day to, be social, to use your voice, to use this, magical voice box you have, and if you're lonely, etc., right? The best way to speak is to just kind of read, right? But when you read out loud. Don't be scared to, you know, be really into the book. Don't be scared to say high pitched stuff when there's an explanation mark, and don't be scared to lower your voice when in that scene or in that context the author suggests you to, lower the tone by using certain, words and grammar, right? So, and I found this tip so important, guys, because at the end of the day, you're gonna read either way, right? But actually saying those words out loud, you're not only memorizing it better. Well, for me, I feel like reading it out loud, you're actually memorizing it because you're actually focused reading. You know what I mean? Because when I find myself, reading quietly or self-reading, whatever the term is, right? I found my mind, drifting off to, different planets at the same time while I'm reading the book, but and when I actually read out loud, I still come become distracted sometimes, right? But there's a lower chance of me actually not paying attention when I'm actually trying to get the tonality right, when I'm actually trying to express the words properly, so and it's just so important because I only started this reading out loud thing for 3 days now, and it's awkward, guys, to really read a book out loud and actually try to, use different tonalities in the book. But this is really the only practice I have, right, to speak. And as sad as that sounds, it is the truth, guys, so having that extra 2 hours a day to really speak the language, to really understand the tone, to kind of practice your voice box, right? It is so, so crucial, right? Because the voice, just like any muscle, can be trained. And when it is trained, you can manipulate it easier to form certain tonalities when it's needed, right? So by not practicing this voice box, by not practicing your voice, I feel like when we need to use certain tonalities or when we need to, drop our voice deeper, we can't do it because we haven't trained it. Our voice box is legit cold. And when it's cold, guys, you can't perform. You just can't make that engine rock. Like, for example, going to the gym, right? You can't just start benching 100 kilos when your muscle is still freezing, right? When you just woke up and you just can't do that, right? You got to warm up. And just like your voice box, guys, you can warm it up temporarily, like, 10 minutes before you go into a speech, right? Or you can train your voice box every day and really have that permanent feel and control of how to actually alternate your voice to from different tones. So I guess, if you're gonna read, guys, and this is the tip, if you're gonna read, read out loud. If you're not confident in your tone, if you're not confident in your voice, if you stutter, if you talk too fast, or if you talk not the best way then is to talk more, right? Don't be scared to talk less if you're bad at it, because just like anything in life, we stop doing things because we are bad at it. But the only way to be better, guys, is to do more, to put in more work, to do more actions, to put in the reps. And like anything, guys, it is a numbers game. The more effort and work you put into it, you're bound to be better than the person next to you. You're bound to be the number one person in your district, right? If you just put in the work, guys, you're gonna be there, right? No matter if you fail on the way, if you get embarrassed, if you feel like you ain't the shit, just know, guys, when you hit a certain number, you're gonna be that person, right? So I guess this is the tip I want to share with you guys today. It's pretty simple. It's gonna be awkward. You guys might not want to do it, but just like I said, it has worked so far pretty good for me. I don't have time to really go out and socialize. I don't have time to really talk to anyone, right? And on the topic I want to talk about, people don't really understand, right? And the best way then to really talk is to just read the book. Read the book, read it out loud, and try implement tonalities in the words you speak, all right? And then really have a touch and feel and understand your own voice, because you guys can do a lot with your voice. You guys can lower it. You guys can make it squeakier. You guys can do anything with it, guys. It's crazy. But guys, I am not a voice expert. I am just learning along the way I go. But that said, my journey is still 1,000 miles ahead. I am just trying to move each step forward every day. But that being said, guys, this is my Monday. Has been a wonderful one. And I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Bye-bye.